So Manny, how are you today?
I'm great. Excellent.
So the last time we talked, we were in Pachanga, and we were still trying to get some information as to what the status was of the rematch. Well, now, of course, it's no secret that Matchroom has announced a date of December 7th in Saudi Arabia.
Correct.
And we've also seen, some reports of indecision or Andy potentially not wanting to go. Is there anything you could share as far as what the status of this rematch is from a trainer perspective?
Well, there's still some questions to be answered before Andy finalizes the agreement. He still hasn't signed yet. He hasn't agreed to all the terms and conditions. Again, there's questions that have yet to be answered, so he's waiting to get a response, and as soon as he gets that, then you'll hear more about it.
Of course. Now, saying that the fight, let's just say that it does take place on December 7th, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the training protocol right now? Have you guys even started camp? Where's Andy at the moment?
Well, he's in Mexico City now. I believe he's doing some press, taking care of some press out there in Mexico City. Then he'll end up in Monterrey, Mexico as well. And I should be able to get him back in the gym early next week.
So, has Andy expressed to you any concerns that he might have had as far as why he hasn't signed this contract yet, or why has he specifically said, I don't want to go to Saudi Arabia? Is it money?
Well, I spoke to the team, and I would have the same questions. What are those questions? There's no commission. There's no boxing commission in Saudi Arabia, so there's no VADA. Very simple questions that have yet to be answered. Who's going to oversee the fight? Who's going to do the drug testing? Who's going to make sure that both parties are clean? Of course, I know my guy will, but
right.
On the other hand, we just got to be sure that everything is run by the book. And there's a commission. Who's the commission? Who's to oversee the event? And plus security too as well. We're going to Saudi Arabia.
So those are all valid points, and people haven't really expressed. Right now everyone's just assuming that Andy's having an issue with the money, whereas, is the money an issue too?
It's more than money. I mean, it's more. Of course, money has a lot to do with the situation. Of course, I mean, they got to come to an agreement. But again, as I said, there's other questions that have yet to be answered. Simple questions: Who's going to oversee the event? There's no commission. This is a non-boxing nation. It's great that they want to host, the biggest fight in boxing, but how are you going to put that together? We want to know that, and we need to, we need to know who's going to be taking care of us as far as security. We need to have a good security team taking care of us when we go there, because we're going to a nation that, as everyone knows, a lot of things have been happening there.
Right.
And so we just want to make sure that we're safe.
So let's talk about the fight itself. Mm-hmm. So Andy, obviously, biggest upset of 2019. I expressed, as many other people have expressed, if you don't get Trainer of the Year, then I think people would be sitting there shaking their heads. Well, look, there's still plenty of 2019 left, but right up until now, we would say that you're probably the front runner there. So, and Andy, obviously, upset of the year, hands down. So, one more thing I wanted to ask, from a training perspective, anything that you're going to be doing different going into this fight, or?
Absolutely. From the training, from a coach's perspective, we're definitely going to be making a lot of adjustments. I believe that Andy will be coming in better shape this time around. He'll be more trim, better shape, lighter, faster, quicker, stronger. We're going to have if we start Monday, which is the plan to start Monday, we're going to have exactly 16 weeks to prepare. That's more than enough time. That's more than what I could ask for. But I want to get the ball rolling. I want to get them in the gym, and I want to start getting them ready little by little. And then obviously there's going to be three phases, which is to get them back in the gym, and then obviously get the ball rolling, and probably start here in California, and then our second phase might be in Mexico, so we might be moving to Mexico for phase 2. And of course, phase 3 would be wherever we end up fighting. If it's Saudi Arabia, if it's New York, or That'll be our phase 3, whatever we end up fighting.
So one last question. So you're a Raiders fan?
Yes, sir.
Is Andy a Raiders fan?
He's I believe so. I believe I don't know, but he better be. If he's not, I'm going to work him harder.
Have you been watching Hard Knocks? Have you seen the Hard?
Absolutely, I have.
So what's your prediction for the Raiders this season?
You know what? I'm hopeful, but I'm a realist. If we can, end up above 500, I'll be happy. Maybe perhaps make the playoffs, but anything above 500, I'll be happy.
Well, Manny, thank you. Good luck in the rematch. Everybody's waiting to see this fight, and the best luck, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.